Hello. So I just wanted to show you what I put together. Um, this is basically a spreadsheet, and it's hopefully going to make things a little bit more efficient for us, because I know Sister Escobar has been difficult at times. She's had to, she'll text the bishopric and try to figure out who's going to be speaking, and then of course she has to have the music and all that. So anyways, I just thought that it might be more efficient if we have a spreadsheet where everything is on pretty much on one page for the most part, that, she can refer to. It can help all of us. So I had already made this spreadsheet for the bishop, Rick. And so it's just a Google spreadsheet, and I will share, or already have shared, this with you. You should be getting this on email as a link, and you will always want to return back to that same link in the email to find this spreadsheet. Anytime that it's changed, everybody sees the change that this has been shared with, and you may be familiar with it or not already. But just in case you're not, I'm sharing a little bit about it. So this is what it looks like. Down here on the bottom left, you'll see where it says 2019 talks. So that's pretty much the talks for 2019 with the topics and the dates here, the month. Over here, you'll see, who is in charge of that month of conducting and assigning the talks. And of course, speaker 1, 2, and 3. And so this will be very easy for Sister Escobar to be able to, look ahead and see, who's going to be speaking for the program, to print that out. So right now we're in June. We just had state conference. These are the people that spoke today, minus Brother Majors. And then next week you can see that Brenda and Mike Dever will be speaking. So one thing that might be helpful for the Jamesons is if they want to try to, pick hymns, perhaps maybe on with the topics at times. You can see that next week is missionary work, and so forth with the different topics. So looking down over here, there's another tab. And this tab here is 2019 hymns, and brother and sister Jameson, this is where you'll click. You can click between both tabs, and this is where you should be able to make changes. Sometimes I've had issues where people tell me I can't make any changes, it won't let me write anything, and that's usually when it's view only. But you should, when I send this link, you should have the ability to edit. Which means, just be careful, if you're dragging your cursor through some of this. We can undo changes that have occurred. I've accidentally, deleted something here and there. But there's somewhere up here you can go and you can undo changes that have occurred in case that happens, from many, many different edits back. So 2019 hymns, you'll click on that tab. And you can see I have it set up pretty much the same way as the talks were set up, by month and by date. And so this is any time that the High Council will be speaking. It doesn't really change anything for you for the hymns, I don't believe. So you'll just go across. So we'll start writing in here in July. So Brother Jameson, when you come up with the hymns, hopefully beforehand, I know that you like to practice and get those really good. You're already really good. But I know that you like to practice. So opening hymn right here, you would put the first one for July the 7th. And I'm just going to randomly put something in there. So you might say something like number 301. I am a child of God. I don't know if that's right, but just randomly putting an example in there. And then now that's saved, and all of us should be able to view that. And then you go on to your sacrament hymn for the 7th across, put the same thing. Over here, this month, or this week is going to be Fast Sunday on July 7th. So, there is no intermediate or special hymn. Anyway, so it's pretty simple, just putting it in, and you can kind of see ahead of when general conference is and when you don't have to put anything for that, or state conference. I've blocked all those out. And you'll notice in September there's also, 2 that are going to be Fast Sunday due to general conference. But if it's a special musical hymn, then you can go ahead and make note of that instead of putting the intermediate. But anyways, let me know. Hopefully this goes really well. If not, like I said, we can go back to what we were doing before. But if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. One of the things I failed to mention is, you can also, over here, of course, you would pull it down. And I've frozen the first row and also this column over here when you move it over. Notice how this doesn't move. That's helpful as you're looking across or looking down. One other thing that's to note here is sometimes when you move it here, it moves really fast, too fast for you. And so what I usually do is I'll use my arrow keys and go down. You'll see it goes cell by cell. But when you get down to the bottom, it makes it pretty easy, or when you move over to the right or to the left. Anyways, just something to note.